All right, let's talk about one of the most overlooked but powerful numbers in the stock market, market cap. You've probably heard someone say things like, this is a $1 trillion company, or this is a small cap stock, but most people don't actually know what that really means. If you're just getting into investing or want to understand how to size up a company fast, this concept is something you need in your toolkit. By the end of this video, you'll know what market cap is, why it matters, and how it can completely change the way you look at stocks. Market cap is short for market capitalization, and it's basically the total value of a company's stock. Think of it like the company's price tag in the stock market. The formula is super simple. Market cap equals stock price multiplied by the number of shares outstanding. So if a company's stock price is $50 and there are 1 billion shares out there, the market cap is $50 times 1 billion. That's $50 billion. That's how much the market currently values that company. Not what it's worth deep down fundamentally, but what investors are willing to pay for it right now. Let's make this real with some actual companies. Take Apple. Its stock trades at hundreds of dollars, and it has billions of shares. When you multiply that out, its market cap is over $3 trillion. Now compare that to Ford. Ford trades at a much lower stock price, and its total market cap is somewhere around 50 to 60 billion. And here's the fun part. Ford sells millions of cars every year. Apple doesn't sell cars, but the market values Apple way more because investors believe it's more profitable and more dominant in its industry. Market cap doesn't tell you who sells more stuff. It tells you who the market believes is worth more. Market caps are usually grouped into categories, and this can help you understand what kind of company you're looking at. Large cap usually means anything over $10 billion. That's your Apples, your Microsofts, your Amazons. Mid caps are usually between 2 billion and 10 billion, and these are companies with growth potential but not as massive or stable. Small caps are a few $100 million to a couple billion, and that's where you'll find riskier but sometimes explosive opportunities. And then you've got micro caps. These are tiny companies under $300 million, and they can be very volatile. Now here's where a lot of beginners get confused. They think stock price equals size. A $5 stock feels cheap and a $500 stock feels expensive. But that's not how it works. A company with a $5 stock might have 20 billion shares outstanding. That's a $100 billion company. Meanwhile, a company with a $500 stock might have only 10 million shares outstanding. That's just a $5 billion company. So stock price alone doesn't mean anything. What matters is how many shares exist and the total value they add up to. That's what market cap tells you. So why should you care about market cap? Well, first, it lets you size up companies fast. You get an instant idea of how big or small a company is. Second, it gives you a rough idea of stability versus risk. Generally, larger companies are more stable but grow slower, while smaller companies are riskier but can grow faster. And third, market cap actually matters a lot for index funds and ETFs. For example, the S&P 500 is weighted heavily by market cap, which means Apple and Microsoft have a huge influence on how the index moves. When big companies move, the whole market feels it. At the end of the day, market cap is a snapshot of how the market values a company right now. It's not a perfect measure of true worth, but it's one of the fastest and easiest ways to understand what kind of company you're looking at. So to sum it up, market cap equals stock price times the number of shares outstanding. It tells you how much the market thinks the company is worth. And it's one of the most useful tools you can use to quickly get context before you dig deeper into a stock. If this helped make market cap finally make sense, drop a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to break down other investing terms like dividends or volume, comment down below what you want next. This is the Stock Machine, and I'll see you in the next one.